Well, that was interesting. Good morning, art buddies. I had a hard time getting connected, so we'll see. It's very dreary and stormy here today. But welcome in. Welcome to my channel. I'm Lori, and this is Bricolage with Pink Girly. And I've just ironed my last sheet of paper for today. Well, for this morning, anyway. Can't say for today because I never know. So come in, get comfy. All right, so I'm going to put my iron aside. So I'm just trying to get some things together here. Of course, I had an idea for today that didn't come about, so I can't even say this is plan B. This is plan like F or G. I don't know. But I'm here and I'm ready to go. Got some supplies here. So I was just ironing. Hey, Candy, good morning. I was just ironing some last minute sheets of paper because I was going to do a tabbed. Hey, Kel, good morning. Are you rained out from the beach or your beach day's done? Um, I'm going to use paper today, a paper kit by my porch prints called French Country Cottage Scrap Pack. So this is what I'm going to. Beach season's over. Oh, that's sad. That's sad. So I had purchased this from Etsy, from My Porch Prints. Many of you will be familiar with that shop on Etsy. And sometimes when I purchase hey, Stephanie G, hi. Oh, thank you, sweetie. This Stephanie G, she's just a little sweetheart. We had a little bit of a memory moment a couple of days ago, and she followed through and gave me some helpful tips. Hey, there's Peggy. Good morning, Peggy. And I'm so thankful for Stephanie. It's just, people just don't realize the little tiny things, just touch your heart and make your day. And Stephanie G did that for me a couple of days ago for sure. So I purchased this digital and then printed off some of it. I didn't print off all of it. And then I was thinking I want to make a tabbed journal with these things. So I was looking for a project to continue today. And as I was looking through my zipper bags, my we talked about these the last time we were together. Let me grab one here. These, I guess they're vinyl. I don't know. Just like this waffly vinyl stuff. And you got the zipper closure. Hey, Connie, good morning. It's early for you, right? Oh, my goodness. Hello. So I was looking through these for a particular project and I didn't find it. But I did find this paper, which, I had in the sidelines waiting to be used. So I thought, well, let me do that today. So I quickly just printed off some additional sheets of paper because I was thinking I want to make a tabbed journal, and I'm going to trim the pages down like she's got Stephanie. When I say Stephanie, it's Stephanie from My Porch Prints. She has a little video if you want to check her out or check out My Porch Prints. I'm sure if you put that in your browser, it will come up. And she does a journal, I believe, or some kind of a project with these prints. But mine's going to be pretty junky. I got to say, mine's pretty. Oh, you're at East Coast. Why did I think you were out on the West Coast? Oh, you know what? Connie. I'm confusing you with Kathy Whitney. Sorry, Connie. I know now. I got you straight. Okay, so it's not too early. Welcome in. So you can see this layout. You print 2 pages, and I'm going to just trim these out and use them as individual pages, not a folio. Just stack them and tab them together. I don't know if that's how you really, if that's the right terminology, but today I'm going to actually use paper tabs. Now, in the past, I've used fabric mostly. And as it turned out, when I was digging through my stuff and I decided to go with this project this morning, I found the project I was looking for. So I don't know. I call this kind of a tab type of journal too, binding, where I'm just using bits of fabric to put it together. And you can use fabric or paper. Thank you, Peggy. So today I'm going to use paper. So I quickly printed off some of the plain designs in this kit. And I just printed this on some, it's called Strathmore script paper that I picked up at a thrift shop. And it feels more like linen, and I thought that just would wear better. And I'm going to actually use my whale tail punch to punch out some tabs, and I'm going to use those to put my pages together. Now, certainly I will not need all these, but I printed off 6 delightful designs, right? And then while I was waiting for the 10 o'clock hour to hit, I pulled out my avocado dye that I have in the fridge, and I just painted the back side. Now, this paper is very creamy. It's not a stark white like my presentation paper that this was printed on. And this I painted coffee because I had some of that back when I printed these. I think I purchased this like in, I don't know, May. So these have been sitting a while waiting to be used. So that's the direction I'm heading today. So I hope that's of interest to you. So it's mostly blue, and I got to tell you, if you put the word French on something, I'm there. Okay, I just love it. I don't know. From a young age, I just liked French stuff. So I should use my cutter, and I will in some cases, but I'm not very good with eyeballing that. So you can see she's got a bunch of stuff here. So I'm just going to go through now. I do have some coffee stained paper also to include and put throughout the journal. So I'm just going to start. And if you have any questions for me, put them in caps. And usually my chat doesn't go that fast. I usually can catch a question, but not always. Sometimes I miss questions. So if I don't answer you, please feel free to just pop it in again, okay? Because I just missed it. All right, so let's see. Now the question is, where did I put my little small cutter? Oh, I think I remember. Here. It's hidden under here. Now I'm going to move my little. Let's give myself a little additional room here. So I need to start another journal like I need, a third eye. Okay. It's just, but this is where I am because as it turns out, I didn't find that other little journal in time to be prepared. And I'm not prepared ahead of time. I'm just going to tell you straight up. I mean, I'm fine, but I'm just not quite myself. I've had to come off some medicine that I had taken for years. And the medicine that they put me on is not really helpful. So I can't believe it, but I was able to get an appointment with the rheumatologist for tomorrow, which to me is like a miracle. See, that's not cutting. I can't get close enough in there, so I'm just gonna get out the old scissors. So I don't think they'll really be able to help me right away. They'll probably need to get some blood work done and such. But so I'm just a little off my game, if I'm honest. Just a Oh, feeling a little punky on and off, but I'm hopeful. That's better. That once I see the rheumatologist, perhaps. I've never seen one before, so I'm hoping that this might be helpful because I've got to get myself in order because my husband's going to have surgery beginning of December. And although he's very self-sufficient, and I think that probably will be the case even post-surgery, he's just one of those kind of people that, he can do it all. But I want to be in good shape. Yes, he's okay. He's having foot surgery. He needs to have his right foot frozen. I really do hate to talk about health things. But just, I just feel like you're my friends. So I'll just give you a little update here. I don't want to go down, the unwell road, but he's okay. He's in a lot less pain than he has been in. He's got very severe flat feet. And this has been a long time coming, and he just needs to address it. It's not going to get better, and so he's decided to go ahead and have it done. His family, his uncle had bad feet. His cousin had an ankle replacement. I guess it's been like 2 years ago now, and it runs in their family. And he's got a really, really large flat feet. He wears a size 16 or 17 shoe. And so they're going to freeze, I think, 3 joints in his right foot. And what that ultimately means is he will no longer have movement this way. He'll have movement this way. But he needs to stay off of that foot for 12 weeks straight. No weight bearing. Hi, Johnny. How are you? I'm hanging in. Thanks for asking. So no weight bearing on that foot for 12 weeks. And, so it's going to be a challenge. In fact, he has a friend, a lady that he plays cards with, who needs to have similar surgery. But she's not having hers because she lives alone. They won't even do the surgery. I know, size 16. You ought to see these dogs. I mean, ooh, you're sick of working a real job. Oh, good. It's nice to be able to kick back and do something you enjoy, right? So let's see. Should really measure this. This is, if I go here, it's not quite 4.5. Well, I think I did that kind of bad. But anyway, so he's got to stay off of it for those 12 weeks. And then total recovery time is probably a good 6 months to a year. So, yeah, that's where we are with that. I think I'm getting myself in trouble here because that's better. Okay. So, that's what we're looking at. So I'm wanting to rent like some kind of a hospital bed, or he's kind of not fighting me on it, but I think he just thinks it's going to be easier than everybody's telling him. So, we'll see. Gonna be different, that's for sure. And he does all the cooking. I'm a kept woman. Or as I like to say, the resident slug. And so I put him on notice. I said, I got news for you. I'm not cooking every meal. I'm not cooking. So we'll see how that goes. So he's planning on using one of those little, as I continue to talk about this health thing, he's planning on using one of those, I don't know, you put your knee on it. and you scooter. Like you walk, but your injured leg is on. You bend your knee and you put. I don't know what they're called. A knee chair. I don't know. So he thinks he's just going to be scooting around like normal. And you know what? After 40 years of marriage, he probably will be, because that just kind of is the way he rolls. But we'll see. A knee scooter. Is that what they're called? Thanks, Kel. So, yeah, have them cook and freeze meals. We don't have that much uh, freezer space. And you know what? It's so funny. When you first realized what was involved, he says to me, "What am I going to do? I won't be able to drive." I'm like, "Hello, I'm not disabled. I drive." So I am ready and willing to just hop in the car and go get takeout. So we'll see. It'll be fine. It will be fine. It's just going to be different. But all that to say, I just need to feel myself. All right, so look at this one. Isn't this darling? My Porch Prints. This is called the French Country Cottage Scrap Kit. Now, well, it doesn't look too scrappy to me. And the other side of that coin is our family's all in Pennsylvania. Everybody's at least an hour away, but we have good neighbors. And I know if I need anything, I can get a hold of a neighbor for sure. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. You broke your foot on just now, Eva. Oh, it feels so good. I guess. And that was your foot, huh? See, my husband's cousin had 2 years ago had his ankle replaced, and it's been about 2 years. I'm sure it's been about 2 years now. And he had to be off of his for the first 12 weeks. But his problem was the wound wouldn't heal. So that kind of extended his recovery was a lot longer. We'll just say it that way. So the right foot, yeah. In Portland Airport trying to catch a flight. Oh dear. Well, that was not fun, huh? Holy mackerel. Who did I miss? I see Kellyanne saying hi, Carol. Maybe it didn't pop in for me yet. There she is. Hi, Carol. Good morning. Good morning. Well, it is super dreary here today. I didn't really look at the weather, but obviously some kind of storm, I guess, is coming up the coast. So, what's everybody else up to? What projects have you got going on? You have had snow? Oh my. Oh, they sound cool, Peggy. Peggy, did you post a video on IG? I didn't see anything pop up, but that doesn't mean it's not there. I know we were somewhere else and somebody was talking about Peggy's decorations and all her cool stuff. Kel's quilling snowflakes. That's cool, if I may say. Our dog had a play date yesterday. Our neighbor across the street brought her little pooch over, and oh, you do? Okay, Peggy. All right, take note, friends. You got to be if you're on Instagram. You got to find Peggy Fitzmaurice. You will not be disappointed. She has a definite gift for decorating, first of all, and she's got. Oh, there she put it in. Thanks, Peggy. She's got really cool stuff she decorates with. Super cool. All right, so if you're just joining in, I'm using French Country Cottage scrap kit that I purchased as a digital on Etsy from My Porch Prints. I printed off a selected, I didn't print them all off. I printed off a selection of pages, probably back in May, and then coffee stained. I just printed them on presentation paper. This one's not the right size. And so it's a little heavier weight paper. And you get amazing color. Now, of course, you can't really see here because I put the coffee stain on them. So I'm just trimming these out. These are not all the same size, but you know what? It's going to be okay. And I'll trim this a little bit more. Should trim the other side. Oh, well. And I'm going to do a tabbed, these are going to be eclectic. Eclectic. All right, so they're not quite 4.5, and they're not quite 4 either. So let's just see. I'm terrible at these measurements. This is what I do, okay? This is how silly I am. Hey, Pam. Pam is maybe coming to get a little snooze. I have a hard time seeing these. I am one line in front of the 4.5 mark. Okay, that's the way I do math. So how sad is that? Number one. So I need to also trim out some. I have some coffee stained papers here. So let's see. Even if I do every other, what do we got here? We've got not that many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I didn't measure it that way. If I'm honest, my boobs kind of get in the way for me getting really up close to my measure thing. I didn't want to get out my big cutter. So if I put this here, so this is about 7 2 lines. I mean, this is just crazy look. But my brain just doesn't comprehend the measurements. Just doesn't. Doesn't. All right, so now let me go this way. And I'm coming way back to the 4. So I'm way off there. And I never get it straight. I never get anything straight. Even though I put that way. Woo! All right, so now we're a little bit off here. So talk about like being bored to death. This is This is going to be borderline abuse. Okay, this is really what I do. Okay. Whoop. There we go. And then I'll end up having to get them on the big cutter anyway and trim them all. So I want some of those pages in between. This could be smaller. This could be smaller. This one I can use this way. Let's just do it that way. And I'll have some different sizes. I think this is right. Now there's a girl who has a life. She's eating ice cream, laying in bed. Woohoo! Nice. Nice. Let's do two at a time. Let's really I don't know. Because this has been coffee stained, it won't lay flat. That's probably not a good idea. Should move my scrappy out of the way. So I finally broke down and bought electrolyte powder to stay hydrated. Try to stay hydrated. So I just started drinking it yesterday. Just nothing ever really tastes that great to me. You know, they advertise this stuff and they say how wonderful these things taste, and they just really don't. They don't taste good, girls. They just don't taste good. All right, so I'm going to have some different sizes, but I'll address that with other stuff. So this is what I'm thinking. I need to find what I want my first page to be, which could be her, because she's real pretty. She's real pretty. Oh, look, I found another. I thought these were, oh, no, this. Okay, I need this. My other pages is what I need too. Here we go. Look how pretty these are. Yeah, that's an idea. Of course, I really don't have masking tape either. But, I mean, the numbers are dark enough. They're black. Can I just say, I have issues. And I don't think they're mental, but I do have issues. I'm still struggling with my eyes and my contact lenses. Although my eye is healthy and it's healed, I put in my contacts. See, the contact lenses I got are supposed to be ones you can wear for 2 weeks and then you take them out and throw them out. Okay? And because my eyes are now getting drier as I get older, yay, I can't sleep in them anymore. So I got that ulcer in my eyes. So I got that all healed up, which is fabulous. However, I went to take them out. I don't think they're made to be taken out every night. So when you take them out, they get all wonky and then they don't fit in your eye right and they're always falling out. And so I put in new ones and then I take it out at night and I couldn't find one. And it's not in there because I can't see well. So I know it's not in there. Now, this has been days, but I don't know where it went. But now I'm kind of hesitant to put in a new pair. Oops, here we see. What's Peggy say? Geez, better put on glasses so I can So, in between, different kinds of glasses, back and forth, seeing the computer screen, it's just, I have issues. All right, so now instead of using fabric for this little number, now I'm going to need more pages, but for right now, I'm going to just get started because I'm even making myself crazy. That would be a pretty first page, right? Or that. Let's get them all going the right way. This one I can't tell. I think it's this way. Oh, durable, durable. These are kind of boring, but I think a necessary evil. And these are the, okay. It's going to be, just a series of pages tabbed together. I'm saying tab, but I don't know if that's how you hinged. If it's no, hinged is different. Maybe I used to do a hinged one. Journals when I used to just first started to get into scrapbooking. I used you build the little slots and you slip your pages in. I think I'm liking one of these flower ones. So you want to set up your pages. So I guess I'm going to have my pages. All right. Set up your pages the way you want them and stack them. Kind of like in that butterfly. So I'm going to go with the butterfly. And then let's do a plain. And then we'll do a writing page. And then we'll put one of these little gals. And let's do that. And this is pretty. We'll do that one. That. Another little gal. That. It doesn't have to be huge, right? Now let's just see. I'm going to switch this one out. This is bigger. I'm going to put this one in. All right, so I think I like that. Now, I don't have my covers ready. I'm not sure what I'm going to do there yet, but these are my pages. Now, I want to make tabs to attach the pages to itself. So I generally speaking, I use fabric. I'm not going to in this case because it occurred to me this morning, oh, wouldn't it be fun to use paper, which you can do. So I had this paper, Strathmore's linen script, they call it. I don't see any label on the box that tells me what it's made from, but it feels like it's more fibrous. I think it'll hold up well. So I'm just going to use a couple of these. Oh, I'm just going to use a couple of these pages too. I guess I better think about that. Let's just chomp out some tabs. I'm going to use my whale's tail. I just printed one-sided. Of course, I put the I got enough for that one. Avocado stain. Oops, scoot that up. It can be fiddly. It can be fiddly. Lori, I sent you pictures and messaged you of some of the cute little chocolate spoons. Okay. All right, so now I've got to get this. I have no idea how many of these I'm going to use. Because this is so lumpy bumpy, I'm struggling here a little bit with this. I'm just struggling. Uh, Now, they don't necessarily all have to be the same. See if we get another one out of there. Seems so cheap. Frugal, so frugal. I don't want to waste that little stick there. Just a little bit. Okay. So let's get a couple of these. Wow. Usually I can just slide this down and it chunks out the little shape. But it's curling up through this. Now, I'm going to have a variety because I don't have enough, I'm sure, to do the whole book with the same tab. But I don't want to have all the same tabs at one end of the book and then different tabs at the end of the book. I guess nobody really cares about that but me. I'm a freak, I'm a weirdo. And I'm assuming this is going to work. I haven't done this before. Lori, cut a straight strip from the middle of punched paper you can use as edge decoration. I scrunched it all up. Now, Peggy, put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. I scrunched it. So you're saying, Joyce, good morning. So you're saying trim this off and then make this somehow trim it here, maybe. And this could be, that's an idea. That's an idea. Okay, so I have a bunch of those. So let's put this aside. Now, if I want to use this as some of my pages, I could add these and take out some of those other ones. So let's get the, see, normally I have my big cutter sitting right here, but I don't. I have it out on my kitchen counter, where everybody keeps their paper trimmer. Because, I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you keep your paper trimmer on your kitchen counter to drive your husband crazy? That's why. That's why. All right, so I get this white edge off. I think I finally discovered on my printer, I have it marked borderless, but I also have to go in, I think, and put no margins. And then maybe I wouldn't get this white edge, but I haven't done that yet. Well, these I printed very quickly this morning because I couldn't getting my hands on my supplies for the project I was planning to do. Shocker! I think this afternoon and maybe tomorrow. I have tomorrow morning available because I have that appointment in the afternoon, but then maybe I could just straighten up some of my debris. All right, so it's not quite. Push this under. Boy, that's really tight. I don't know why that feels so tight. Oh, I should go this way. Oh, see, I'm just not a measure number person. And I apologize if I'm making you crazy. Yeah, the little shirt. It's a little shirt. I can fix it. These are too narrow. Those can be used. So look at these pretty little birds. Oh, this is a pretty one. This is where the junk journal comes in. Oh, my wonky cutting. Oh, I was thinking today I want to make those. I want to make some wonky fabric hearts. Did anybody ever make those? I know Janet Nash makes them. And Kathy Cow makes them. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Does anybody ever make those? Do you just wing it? Oh, absolutely. And of course, I need to ask this question. Pat, what kind of ice cream are we having? What flavor? What flavor? Inquiring minds want to know. This one didn't work out that way because of the way the pattern is going. That's more better. I'm going to do a little fold there. Vanilla with peach. Oh, isn't that interesting? Ooh. Nope. I didn't take. It's gotta go. Lori. See? I didn't get that white off the edge. That sounds like something Judy O would do. Makes me hungry for peach melba. My mother thought peach melba was just such an amazing thing. I had to agree with her. Exotic, sure. All right. Let's get one of these in. So Hugs has a pot roast in the crock pot. Yesterday he made French onion soup, my grandmother's recipe. Which is different than what you get in the restaurants. It's quite yummy. Peggy said, I only like ice cream when a fudge breath. Oh, Peggy, you are so cute. Well, that's one way to keep yourself in check, I think. Just make sure you never have a fudge brownie around. You'll be good to go, right? Woo! Let's see if I do this right. When the job that I had, the office that I worked in for many years, the one girl that I worked with, she was the only person I ever knew that ate this. She would, whenever we went out for ice cream, she always ordered chocolate ice cream with a pineapple topping. Was her fave. The rest of us thought it was gross. I'm sure it wasn't gross, but I mean, I would dip a pineapple wedge into chocolate, so what's really the difference? French vanilla with real maple syrup. Oh, you know what else I've always wanted to do? I watched a movie one time, and you girls that are up north, you probably can speak to this. They were staying at this hotel that was made of ice. No, okay. But they had all these activities planned. Now, I know it's a movie, but maybe people really do this in New England. And it was, of course, there was snow everywhere outside. And they had like this tray set up. So when it snowed, it would capture the snow. And then they would go out and pour maple syrup on top of the snow. And of course, it would harden and make like a candy. Yeah, I did hear that, Joyce. You heard of that place? I'm sure it's a real place, but I thought it would be cool to just and you could do it, go out and gather snow or make a dish. Um, all right, all right, here we go. All right, so this is a smaller page. Let's put one of these in. Hi, Angie. And then I guess it makes some kind of maple syrup candy or something. Is that like a real thing? Does that really work? This looks upside down to me. Upside down. Yeah, I think this is. And I've seen what else? I've seen people where they add sugar in snow. And what do they call it? Sugar snow or something? I'm all about the sugar. Have you figured that out? Joyce says my mom always made homemade vanilla ice cream or snow cream. Ah, when it snowed. Was there sugar involved, Joyce? There's Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Let's find a place for this paper, this page. Gosh, I keep moving this upside down and right side up, and then not why is it this way? Flower on the left, flower on the left. Let's do that. I don't think I want that for my last page. And your mom does too? Cool. Okay, maybe I need well, that's heavy. Okay. This is probably enough pages. All right, so you want to start this way. I have my tabs. Now, glue. I'm just going to use this glue because it's here. And I still haven't, oh Lord, I don't know. It just goes out of my head. I still haven't cleaned the nozzle of my glue. So what I want to do is I'm just going to put a tab, not there. 3 stacks. I'm doing 3 stacks. Now I want to leave a little bit of a gap, not a huge gap, but a little bit of a gap. Condensed milk. Oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite things in the world. It's so much sugar. So much sugar, but it's so delicious. I could eat that from the spoon just right out of the can. Oh my Lord. Somebody was doing a recipe and oh my gosh, they dumped a bunch of that in there. I'm like, I would so like to make this. Sweetened condensed milk, right? A friend of mine, she lived in Spain. She was a missionary for a while. She lived in Spain for a while. And I think this is how, well, this is the way she made her like dulce de leche. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And she just took the sweetened condensed milk and took the paper label off, and then put a saucepan of water on on the stove, and put the can in there to kind of cover. You had to make sure that it's always covered, and bring it to a low boil, and then just leave it for hours, and then just keep turning the can. And then make sure as the water cooks off, you add more water so the can's always covered. And like you said, I feel like I need to put on a pair of street pants. And then once you cook it for at least 2 hours, you want to do it at least 2 hours. The longer you cook it, the darker it gets. And then when you open that up, you got a whole can of caramel. And my husband will make that and then dip his apple slices in it. Of course, he's skinny, so all right. So probably a good idea for me to do would be to pre-fold my little tabs. And I feel like if I do at least 3, the journal pages are going to be a little more stable. Now, I'm not even paying attention to which ones I'm using, so that's fine. I'm just going to grab and glue, grab and glue. Of course, the trick with this is going to be, getting them in a good spot. So, Candy, when you say I used to do that all the time, you did the sugar snow? I mean, the ice cream snow, or did you do the sweetened condensed caramel? This is Pam's fault. We're blaming this on Pam. The girl eating ice cream in bed. Blaming you, Pam. Blaming you. See, now I put that glue down too far. Shooty tooties. Dulce de leche, yeah. I mean, if you're at all curious, you got us talking about ice cream. It's your fault. We're blaming you. We're blaming you. All right, so if I put this here and line that up, I can use this as my guide if I can just not wiggle the page. Oh, the crock pot. Oh, that's an idea. Oh, I didn't need to know that. Maybe I should tell the old guy. He hasn't made that for a while. I've been eating apple slices and peanut butter. There's a choice. All right, leave these over. Now, this is the fiddly part. I got to tell you. Put my fold right down there. Ooh. See, this already looks cute, right? This looks cute. This is going to take time, though. All this stuff takes time. You know, I was thinking about the banana and the peanut butter. I just haven't done it. Actually, I was thinking about it on bread, like a sandwich. I haven't done that in a long time. All right, so now I got these little guys, and now this has to get glued to this side. I don't want a huge gap. This might even be better if I look how far out I put those. See, I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe I need to come in a little bit. Well, girls, hopefully you'll learn from my mistakes because this is going to leave a huge gap. If I folded this, see, I don't think I can. Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. So I'm going to put this in a lot closer. Oh, all I need is a spoon and a jar of creamy peanut butter, and it's all over. Well, don't go to the store and buy that Biscoff. Does anybody know what that is? I know Jacqueline does. I don't think Jacqueline's here. Jacqueline, there's a lot of things I love about Jacqueline, but there's Judy. There's a couple of things I don't. And one of them is she's introduced me to Biscoff. Okay. Who knows Biscoff? All right. Hi, Judy. Judy says, were your ears burning, kid? We were talking about you. I was talking about you. Pam's having vanilla ice cream and spiced peach jam, I think. Okay. In bed. All right, Judy, in bed. Apple, brown sugar and butter, and cinnamon. Down the core hole and wrap in foil and bake. Oh, yeah. You know the biscuits? Did you ever get the butter, Peggy? The Biscoff butter? I ate the whole friggin' jar. Whole jar. And it didn't take me long. My husband didn't even want to try it. Okay, that's the way he rolls. No, I'm good. Like, really? This one's crooked. Okay, here's another tip. If you don't talk much, you can probably get this done quicker. Oh, I feel like a chatty Cathy today. Mind the gap. Once you get the first one in, and you should be able to, it should be able to go roll pretty good. Like, get going, get going. Oh my gosh, no. I see we don't have a Trader Joe's near us, thank God. Oh my gosh, cookie butter in a jar? No. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yep. Gotta go get them stretchy pants on. Candy has. Oh. Okay, so then you just flip that over and you've got two single pages together. Candy says she's a Trader Joe's at. See, I would be too if there was one close to us for sure. So then you just bring in your next page, face up. Now, the problem with this is once this starts to get a lot of pages, it's off kilter, so you have to adjust a little bit. It's harder to get your pages together because they're not lined. One's a high stack and one's a low stack, so you kind of have to adjust and figure out a way to do it. All right, so I'm going to glue this one up and just keep going. Just going to keep going. Now, in this digital kit, there's plenty of things to cut out and to decorate the pages with. Of course, they all have to be cut out. I don't know why my jar of glue is like kind of not sitting up straight. I'm just eyeballing this. There's Angela. Pro tip from Lori, you'll get more done if you... This is true, right? I speak the truth, Angela, my dear. All right, here we go. So you keep getting them on crooked. You'll do better too if you don't talk. Probably you could get them straighter. I don't know. I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking it might help. Oh, Deb said that. I'm sorry. My phone. I'm trying to read chat on my phone and it didn't flip. I was thinking it was Angela. I credited the wrong chatter. Wrong chatter. Okay. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Now, someone I just saw, they did it hinged, and it was like how I used to do it years ago. They took a strip of paper and you fold it like an accordion, and then you haven't done it in a while. So you make hills and valleys, and then your pages slip in between there. Or I used to put that in and then cut envelopes, and then that made immediate pockets and then pages. It was a cool thing. But I haven't made anything like that in a long time. To me, that's more like scrapbooking. So my pages, you can see, are quite wonky. I should probably address that right now. So I've got one of my pens that when you heat up the ink, it disappears. You know, you don't see the... What you really want to do, if you just want to do this correctly, cut them straight the first time. And you don't have to do this jazz. But I'm cheating. I'm cheating here. I'm just cheating. YouTube challenge is cut in with pro tips that are amusing. I'm just straightening these out, really. It's basically what it is. Before I get too many pages on, if I just nip this in the bud now, it will be better. I think that looks cute. Quite frankly, my dear. Another page and more tabs. You could ink these tabs, I'm not going to think about that because I'm going to draw. Okay, Ange. Ange, you are quiet. You slipped out. I didn't even realize. What are you doing today, Ange? You got to work or are you relaxing? So I sent my son a message today and I said, okay, it's Sunday. I'm streaming. So unless it's an emergency, don't call until after, and I gave him a time. And then I told him if it's, if you need to call your dad, there's a church. Don't call him. Use his cell phone, not the house phone, and call him after he's done church. God bless him. Nothing's ever an emergency, which is fine, and I like to chat with him, which is fine. But I don't want to chat with him when I'm streaming. Does that make me a mean mom? I don't know. I should have offset these maybe. I'm doing them all in the same spot. He just doesn't think. You think you need a you know what, Cal? I made chaffles last night because Ron was making something I didn't want, and I just wasn't feeling great. So they're sitting in the fridge. I gotta heat them up again. Peggy's the one that tipped me off the chaffles. What is a chaffle? I think it's CH, no W, and then waffle. It's a waffle, chaffle. And it's you take an egg. I believe this is right. I didn't look it up recently. I'm doing this from memory, which is always there's always a risk to that. So you may want to look it up. But it's you take an egg, you scramble it up a little bit, break it up a little bit, and half a cup of shredded cheese of your choice. I was using cheddar. Mix that together so all the egg is around the cheese, and then you heat up your little waffle iron, and that should make two chaffles. So you put half of that batter on your waffle iron, and then bring the iron down and cook it up. And you can't believe how good it is. It's so good. Yeah, and you can add stuff. Some of them put a little bit of flour in. But for people that are doing like keto or trying to do more protein and not any flours and stuff like that, you can use it as bread. You can use it as a waffle. You could put ice cream on it. But um, sometimes I made them where I put pumpkin in it. That didn't turn out so good, but I was just winging it. I was just doing my own thing. But they're quite tasty, actually. It's really kind of hard to believe how good they are. You're going home and sew? Okay. Yeah, he just doesn't remember, Judy. He forgets it's a weekend, he forgets it's Sunday, and then he gets excited about something. He wants to talk to mom, which I get that. But so I just sent him a reminder. And nobody really, other than me and my husband remembers pretty well when I stream, but nobody else does in my family. So this is how it's looking from that perspective. So that's not too bad. Just keep doing this. Where are you, Ange? If you're not home, did you say where you were? Oh, this is a double. Oh, Connie, for sure. Box them ears and they will get the hint. Am I correct? Well, that's an idea. All right, I'm just staying in the course here. I should probably, like I said, offset these. Done some pages with 2 instead of all with 3, but it's a learning curve with everything. This is different. Like I said, normally I do little strips of fabric, but I thought, let me do these tabs. Let me just try the tabs. Now my glue is pitching a fit and, jumping out of the jug. I hate that. Such a waste. Such a waste. Okay, I listened to a reel the other day. Kelly Clarkson. I think most of us know who that is, right? She was she is the first winner of American Idol. I believe she was the first one. So in my mind, she's got a pop voice. So there was a reel where she's singing. I don't know, it might be a song from Les Miserables. I'm not sure. With Josh Groban. It's a beautiful, beautiful voice. I mean, I think she has a good voice. I watched that show many years ago now. Gosh, I wonder how many years ago that is. See, I'm starting to get have a problem here with this is so low. It's hard to get this where I want. I need to lift this side up. But she was not really singing operatic, but in a range that I don't really recognize her singing in. All right, this is going to be tricky here. Let's see. I need something to make these even. Like pop these up a little bit. See, so it's straight across. You see what I'm saying? I had a little bit of a valley there. I have other book pages. I just don't know if I can put my hand on them right away. What do I have that's close at hand? Surely I have something. So that song is in my head. It's been in my head for days and days and days. Oh, Philly. Now this won't work. I just need a stack of really like book pages. I just had all these, there's some in here. All these zipper pockets, Oh, here's this should do. These are kind of big, but this might work. I don't know if what I'm telling you is making sense. But when I first started and putting the pages together, the pages were level. They were both flat down on the surface, my desk surface. Okay, Cal. But now I've got several pages here, It's higher than the page where I'm adding the page on. That's still looking pretty good. Okay. So I just am going to need something that's about the same height. So when I put on my next page, I hope that's clear as mud. See, because if I don't have, see now this evens, it levels it off. All right, Connie said, okay, I'm working with a paper cutter that is bunching up my paper. It's an old cutter. I've cleaned it. I think you need a new blade, honey. That would be my guess. Debbie, what do you think? Peggy? Those girls would know. But when I have that issue, it's my blade is dull and I need to order new blades. We'll see what the other girls think. Cal said needs a new blade. Yeah, because the cutter itself should be fine. It's probably, you should be able to take that blade out and replace it. Yep, Deb says the same. Okay, we're all on the same page. Woohoo! I got one right. I got one right. All right, so now this makes it a little more fiddly. You know, when you're trying to line this up. Well, it depends on your cutter, but I would say no. Um, Usually you can just go on Amazon or Google replacement blade for whatever your cutter is, and then it should tell you what you need to get. Debbie says may have a piece of paper stuck in the blade too, which is true. Yeah. Um, but generally, if you've been using it for a while and you've never replaced the blade, you definitely need a new blade because the blades don't last forever. Just like sharpening a knife in the kitchen, you know? And then once you find out what blade you can use to replace your blade, I would just go to Amazon. Usually you can find one there. Yeah, and I've put it through lots of work. Yeah. When I cut a lot of paper, I definitely have to replace the blade. Like I had a Fisker for years. It was like a triple track or something like that. And then I don't go out to the stores much anymore. So I do everything on Amazon. But if I was in Michael's, I always looked for the blade to have a replacement blade. I always like to keep them on hand. That one I got kind of blocked. Okay, so now I'm going to put glue on the back side here. So I'm really kind of just need to do this because I got to get these pages together before I can. Well, I guess I could trim out some stuff that I'm going to use on pages to decorate, but just stay in the course here. Stay in the course. Judy says, I take those little orange Fisker blades and an emery board to sharpen the edge, extends the life a bit before I shell out books for new ones. I've also tried sandpaper. If you try to cut some sandpaper, um, that works. I think sometimes tinfoil. I don't know, tinfoil I would cut, and that seemed to. But if you've had that trimmer for a long time and you've never changed the blade, I'm thinking it's not going to come back. Yes, like Debbie's making a good point. Yeah, if you buy more than one set, you usually can save a little bit of money. I just hate running out of stuff. You're in the middle of a project and it's like chewing up your paper. That just sends me over the top. I just can't deal with it. Look how crooked I got that one. Can you see how crooked it is? Back her up, cowboy. Okay. Uh, yeah, cutting with the sandpaper I think works. I haven't tried the emery board. That would be a little too fiddly for me to try to do the emery board on a little blade like that. But the sandpaper definitely works. Doesn't last long because push comes to shove, you need a new blade. All right, what's Ange doing? Okay, she's going to go make some bowls. All right, baby. I guess I should take a drink of my electrolyte drink. I think my son would like this because he can do Kool-Aid. It kind of. No, Lori, I'm not going. She said, okay, going to chat and sew bowls. Isn't that what I said? Hamburger helper. Gosh, I haven't had that in a very, very long time. Very, very long time. We never made it much. Our kids really didn't eat that so much. Well, our son didn't eat anything. Truth be told, oh my gosh, these glasses of mine, they just inch down on my nose. And then I'm like, why can't I breathe? Oh yeah, the glasses are pinching your nose. Ew. I'm wondering if I put Pam to sleep yet. Between the ice cream and the monotone of my voice, she could be out for the count. I wonder if there is such a thing as a crooked eye. Hmm. And I know the blades can get expensive, but I hate running out of stuff when you're in the middle of doing something. My husband gets annoyed when packages arrive, but sometimes it's supply stuff, not fun stuff. Gotta have supplies. You gotta have your supplies. Now with the glue, you got a little bit of wiggle room when you're doing your pages, which is good. I was just thinking, oh, you could run these through like what was that machine? A Xyron machine, and like make stickers out of these tabs. But geez, there's no wiggle room with that. You stick it down, you're done. You're done. So there's a little bit of wiggle room if you get them on crooked. But I like the colors of this. I was thinking blue, but it's really like a bluey green, tealish kind of color in this digital. I was thinking it'd be cool if I could have. I didn't do a thumbnail this morning because I was too busy trying to gather and get myself together. I wanted to say, let's get digital, digital. Oh, Joyce is saying, my pinto beans stained my crock pot so bad, I'm going to replace it. Bleach doesn't take it out, Joyce. Or you know what, Joyce, have you put your crock pot in? Do you have a dishwasher? We don't put everything in our dishwasher, but there are times, say like, okay, say we're going to go on vacation, and we're trying to clean up everything, get everything in order before we head out. So sometimes we'll stick things in the dishwasher we don't normally clean in the dishwasher. And in this one time, I'm thinking about a pot. We put a pot in there, and the dishwasher cleaned all the crud off the bottom of the pot. We were amazed. So I'm just wondering if you did that, if that would clean it up enough, to get some. You might have to do it a couple of times. Yeah, not dish soap, dishwasher. Really? You soaked it in that, didn't come out, huh? Shh. Maybe some bleach. Or they have that bleach. What's that scrubby stuff? It's like a pasty cleaner, but it's got bleach in it. Gosh. So you can see, I don't do anything. I haven't cleaned it. I can't even remember the name of the cleaning stuff. Um, some kind of Clorox bleachy stuff like to clean your sink. Um, I wonder if maybe some like vinegar, or you might not want to fuss with it, but you mix. They have what is this called? They take Dawn and they mix that with, I think, vinegar and something else, and you make this concoction. It's a really good cleaning concoction, but I forget all what's in there. It's like 3 things that are in there. That cleans a lot of stuff. You tried the vinegar? Oh, that's a shame if you have to replace it. You can't just ignore it. See, I'd ignore that baby. I can't believe pinto beans would do that. The craziest things happen, right? Oh my goodness. So they have tablets for your crock pot, Judy, that are like denture tablets. Yeah, well, I live with somebody who won't. It's not that old, so you can't ignore it. Aw. I live with somebody who is like, okay, I have said this so many times over the last 40 years. My husband's a great guy. He really is. He will do anything for me. He's so good to me. So it's not a slam. It's just, this is just reality. He is a dishwasher Nazi. Okay. I'm the kind of person like, okay, if I get it in the dishwasher, we should just be happy. I open it up, I put the stuff in. He rearranges the dishwasher. And I tease him and say, well, there's no manual. And so now I don't even care how I put it in. I just open it up and put it in because I know he's going to move it. So, I mean, if that's how he wants to spend his time, that's fine. But at this point, I don't care about it anymore because it's going to get moved. It's going I've said this before, maybe not online, but like when our kids were growing up, you know, let the kids do the dishes, but they didn't do it right. Oh, Debbie. They would not do the dishes, up to his liking. So he would redo them. So after a while, I mean, why have the kids do them? They're just going to get redone. Have dad do them. Same with doing the floors, washing the windows. Have at it, dude. If it's not right, go ahead, do it yourself. Debbie says she does that because Bob wastes space and puts plastics in the bottom. Well, I don't do that, Deb. But I guess I am a space waster. But in my mind, I put it in just the way he does, in the spot that he puts it in. It's still not right. He has to move it. So I have very few complaints over the last 40 years. So, there's that. There's that. You redo dishes and dishwasher? Yeah. Well, the kids were learning, that's part of learning. You're not going to do it right. But after a while, he would just get frustrated and say, I'll just go ahead. He would say, just go ahead, go. You're free. And he would just do it. So, and he doesn't complain. He's not complaining like I do all the dishes. No, he just does them. So, and he's not OCD. He just, I don't know, he's particular, I guess. He just likes it the way he likes it done. Yeah. I mean, the dishes didn't have hunks of food on them. It wasn't that bad. But this is a pretty page. This one's just a little smaller than the other ones. I'm going to have to chomp out some more. This looks like a pretty wallpaper to me. Let's see. My tabs are going to be different from front to back. This is what I didn't want to happen. How many pages? I still got quite a few pages left. I need to stick my little needle nose glue dispenser right out in front of my face so I remember to go soak it and clean it. Okay, this needs to be closer to the edge. My so-called brother. Ange, you're tough. My so-called brother wants me to put dishes in the dishwasher, and he knows where they go. Your so-called brother is spoiled. He's spoiled. He needs to hire himself a maid. I mean, as a newlywed, I thought, oh, I'll make my husband's lunch. My mom always made my dad's lunch, or like he would take, my dad worked shift work. So a lot of times, he'd take food for like overnight when he was working late or dinner or whatever. So she always packed that. I just figured that's what I would do. No, ma'am. My husband said, no, I'll do it. It's okay. I'll do it. So I never packed a lunch for him. Started right at the very beginning. He's very self-sufficient. So I know you do, honey. Oh, good. I thought I already put her to sleep. Have a good rest, Ginger. Pam, have a good rest. All right, I gotta snug this up a little bit. Put this over here. This is like, whoops, this is like putting band-aids on pages. That one I got too much glue. It's all zhuzhy. Zhuzh. Zhuzh. All right, I gotta. Okay. I'm starting to get a little hungry. All right, so let's pull down. I used all of that. I used this one. And where's that other one? Oh. Did I make it a page? Yeah, I did. Nope, that's it. That's that design, right? That's that design. I could print another one. Hold on. Let's just. I might be able to get more out of this one. Or it doesn't really matter. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Let's see if I can get a few out of this one. This will be cutting it close. The problem with this is then I have to get rid of that. Get my cutter in there. Oh, I didn't. Ooh, that didn't work so good, that one. Wonder why. That I came in too close. See, my problem is I just get something in my head and I can't let it go, unfortunately. This is too narrow, I think. Yeah, okay. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. This is all the same, like, tone, so that's good. I mean, I could switch to that other paper, but nobody's going to notice but me. If I don't tell anybody and point it out, who would know? It's just a tab. It's going to most likely get covered up with other stuff that I'm going to be putting on the pages. I just love doing this. I just love putting journals together. Like a lot. Like I really like it a lot. Look how off I got that one. This needs to be down here more. Oh, Lori, Lori, Lori. It's handmade, right? So it's not going to be perfect. Now, which way? I don't think this matters. There's not writing. There's Patty. Good morning. How are you, Patty? What have you been up to? What's happening in your neck of the woods? Wherever that may be. It's very dreary and rainy here on the East Coast. Very rainy and dreary. All right, now glue. I cleaned off the nozzle. Not much. She's on the East Coast, Virginia. I'm outside of Manassas. We are wishing for rain. Oh, you're not getting any rain? Hey, there's Phil. Hi, Phil. Gosh, you're not really that far from me. I wonder if Peggy's getting any rain. Yeah, my husband's not disappointed that it's raining. I got to tell you, he's happy that we're getting the rain. I guess there's somebody was saying something about a storm. Maybe it was Ann. Could have been Ann Lar. She's had her share of rain. But she's in Florida. Well, I would say probably Ann's had more than her share of rain. Okay, so I'm going to glue all these little tabs. Oh, that's good, Connie. See, that's what's happening with Ann. Ann had an addition put on, and something's not right, and she's got her roof's leaking. No, she's got trouble. She's handling it very well, and they're trying to get it fixed for her, but it just is very stressful. Can be very stressful. Look, I had to move that. I'm getting sticky fingers. I'm just putting the glue up here on the tip of the tab because I don't want to glue it to glue here. You know, I want my the hinges to be free. Wait a minute, I know chat's moving. Let me see. New Jersey sure is getting a nor'easter, not Easter. Yeah, we get you. We get you, Joyce. Oh, so just Jersey. Now you have ceiling replacement to deal with. Oh, sweetheart. I'm sure. Our part of New Jersey is just getting, yeah, drizzle and wind. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we got a lot of wind too. Yeah, just a drizzle. Are you headed out, Vale? Vale, send in well wishes. Connie's in Maryland. That's where Peggy's in Maryland. Kel, it's dreary for you too, right? Who said they were getting snow? Oh, Carol. Carol, she's in Canada. Okay, have a good day, Vale. Thanks for popping in. Always nice to see you. All right, so far. See, now this stack is getting higher, so I'm going to add some more pages here. And to try to even this surface. That might not quite be enough. I think I need a couple more sheets. It might be better. Okay, so we'll grab 3 more. Okay, I'm coming down the home stretch. I think I'm going to be okay. All right. 2, 3. I don't need it close right when I do this part, and I'm trying to keep these really close, pretty close to the edge because I don't want a huge gap. And I've got glue all over my fingers. Jersey, there she is. Hi, Laura. Laura probably just getting back home from church. All right, let's see. Let's snug this up here. Somewhere I have in my stash, I bought paper with these colors. I think it's might be a 49 a market, or how do they say that company? It might be that 49 a market. And it's got this coloring that I was going to make a journal for myself. The paper's so heavy. I should pull that out. I might be able to make a cover. I just happened to think that might work for a cover. Oh, the hub zone, the hubby zone. Scoop that over like that. Oh no, Laura. It's a great way if you have single pages, you know. Now, you weren't here earlier. I mostly use fabric, but today I'm using paper tabs. Now, of course, where's my sample? I'll show you. This is what I'm working on for a friend. Of course, you know, you can't cut tabs this out of cloth. Well, I guess you could figure it out, but see, I'm just using strips of paper. I mean, fabric. And then it looks like this. See, and then I put lace or something around to kind of just keep it. Now, this cover's not finished, but yeah, I like the exposed spine as well. I've done a couple like that. I don't know where the other ones are. Maybe in my supply box. I don't know. I don't know. To say I've lost control is an understatement. Oh, I can smell our crock pot meal cooking. Starting to smell good already. Moving that over a little so I can. Now, if you're just coming in, I'm using digitals by My Porch Print shop from Etsy. And there's a gal there by the name of Stephanie. She does have a video out where she uses this and this digital to make, I believe she makes a journal. The big sty would, oh, would it, Joyce? Oh, okay. We have had Marry Me chicken last night from the crock pot. Oh, that sounds good. Rachel Ray used to, I think it was her, had a Marry Me pasta, I think. All right, so once I put my 3 tabs down, then I'm gluing these all at once because I'm finding it easier. I'm just zhuzhing this and lining it up the best I can, and then pulling my tab over to secure these. Connie's making lasagna. That sounds yummy too. All right, coming down the home. Oh, this is my last page. Now I will attach my cover the same way. And really, ideally, you would do your cover first and then back cover last, but I don't have that picked out yet. So I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna wing it, guys. Just gonna wing it. Let's see, what do I got? 1, 2, 3. So I need a couple more. Boy, it's almost perfect. I need a couple more punched out so I have that for my cover when I'm ready. When I am ready. Now this doesn't have a huge amount of pages, but you know, it's okay. I can always add flip outs, tip outs, as they say, not flip out. Oh, flip out. No, tip out. If I want, more pages. But this will make a nice little journal for sure. I think it will. I really think it will. I think it will. I think it will. All right. So last one. See, now this is still a little higher than this side, so it just makes it a little more fiddly. Get it on. Just remember, you want a little bit of a gap, but not a lot. Hey, Roseanne, hi. So I'm just lining up my pages, making it straight, and pulling my tab over and getting that on that page in front of this last page. Okay. And there I have it. Da 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 da. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. This is my little journal. All right. So I'm going to put this aside. I'll put it over here to the right. I'm saying that because when I say, what did I do with that journal? Kellyanne can say, you put it to the right. You put it to the right. Because inevitably, I will be wondering where to put it. All right. So now I've got all these little things that are part of the digital kit. Let me show you this again. French Country Cottage Scrap Pack by M Porch Prints. Okay. So for this, I can't be bothered with the trimmer. I'm just going to just cut these out with my big scissors. Now, these scissors are inspired by Rosemary Morris. She's got hers are much bigger than this, I'm sure. But it's like you just take one and you cut like this whole thing. Just about. Done, right? Now, I don't want to lose those little tabs because they could come in handy. I'm just struggling because my area here my desktop here, I cleaned it up a bit. Took a lot of stuff out. Cleaned up. But I still don't have enough space for my paper trimmer that I have at hand to spread out, and I have a hard time seeing the numbers. So I'm just using scissors. I should get up and go get my big cutter. I have plenty of trimmers. I just have to unearth them. Now, I treated everything with coffee when I purchased this kit and I printed them off. I didn't want plain white on the back side of the pages or of all these little components that Stephanie provides you with. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to use everything that comes with this kit, but probably I'm going to use quite a bit. Now, that is a little rough there, so I might like to keep that. Maybe I'll tear that edge. This is straight edged. And my coffee mixture kind of bled through, or maybe I just got messy, but it got over the front of these too, which I don't mind that. I'm kind of liking that. Okay. Look at this little number. It looks like a little envelope. How cute is that? So I'm going to snip that out. And these are cool. These are cool too. Now that's circle. See, I don't do good at cutting circles. So I'm going to see if I have my punch handy. These are My Porch Print digitals. Let me show you here, Roseanne. I don't know if you can see it. My Porch Prints. And this one's called French Country Cottage Scrap Pack. She's got, quite a few digitals. So this is the French Country. French Country Cottage. Now I have this. I don't know if this one's big enough. I think it's too small. Yeah. So maybe I'll let that one. Yeah, I'm going to let this one go for right now because I have a bigger circle punch. See, these are kind of cool, but it'd be a little fiddly to cut these out. So, but let's just give it a go. And then I've got these little things here. I'm going to just trim some of these out like in a block. See, I'm not sure if I'm going to use this. I could, but see, this kind of fussy cutting on the ends of those, that drives me crazy. I'm not crazy about that. See, this one's okay because it's all straight. So I might do the same thing with those, but I don't want to think about it right this second. And what I should do is I should have an envelope handy where I can just pop all this stuff in, this little stuff, so I don't miss it or lose it. Now this could make a tuck spot, or maybe a cluster on a page. You just round off the labels. Yeah, that's a good idea too. And same with, I don't know, maybe it's just me. And maybe some people really like them. Maybe I'm not the norm. But like I buy these digital kits and they have tags. She might have some in this kit too. I'm not sure. They have tags and they got all this, curves and swoops and swirls. No, just give me a straight, I mean, who does that? Unless there's a punch out there that you can. I like to punch them. I just don't. I just can't. I just can't. Just give me a tag with a normal top, not a lot of fancy schmancy stuff. See, now I'm not sure I'm going to use that rabbit. I'm probably going to use this flower, this rose. It's very pretty. Oh, that's disappointing, Joyce, don't you? That is so disappointing when that happens. So I bought, I think, 2 or 3 small little craft irons for like your craft room because they're just not, the one didn't hardly get hot. I guess it was 2 I purchased. And the last one I purchased, didn't turn on at all. Now I've got the iron my neighbor gave me, but it's so big and heavy. I have, a hard time with my wrist and my arms. I shouldn't say because you don't know, but I do. Got all my little scrippy scraps. Now this I want to save. She's got all this stuff. Oh, we got some letters coming. Look at these. Look how cool these are. I'm pretty sure I just put the coffee on the back side of this, but they're really stained. So this is much brighter if you don't do the coffee. If you don't put the coffee on. And when I make my coffee dye stuff, I was saying this the other day, so this is a repeat. I just use instant coffee. Just get something cheap at the dollar store. And I make some hot boiling water. And then I just dump a bunch of coffee in. And I make it really dark. I don't stain anything with tea because that's too light for me. I like it darker. So as you can see, this is very dark. Well, not super dark, but darker than probably a lot of people would use it. And then sometimes I have a batch of something else in the fridge. So right now I have avocado, which is what I used earlier today on the backs of those tabs that I punched out. That's kind of light. But, oh, thanks, Roseanne. So now I like to try to do this and trim everything out, get it all pretty much done. So then when I start decorating my pages, I have, available to me a good selection. And then I can pull out other things too. Now see, look at these cute little letters. Look how cute these are going to be. Now this I'm probably going to tear. Let's tear this one. Whoops, I've got all my rulers up here. And I pull out one and everybody else jumps and wants to come out with the guy that's getting out to play. Let's do this. Isn't that a good, oh, that's a straight edge, duh. Jekyll, 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 Jekyll. All right. That'll work. Let's see. Look at these I have. Look at all these. These are cool. Let's deckle these. This will go a lot quicker. Sometimes it's hard to get started. Here's this. Now this is going to be hard to do because I left that little. Okay, Peg is back. Peggy is back. Woohoo! All right, let's get the trash over there. All right, here we go. This is so pretty. All right, so we're moving along here. All right, getting all my. Now these could be, I could use these for pockets or to fill pockets, tuck in, just to decorate. I could fluffy cut these more, cut out that whole flower. I don't know. I'll just see. I'll see as I go. Now I could cut that, but I don't want that edge straight. Well, maybe I do. It could go alongside of a page, couldn't it? Couldn't it? Let's just do that. Butterfly. Fair amount of trash here. All right. Now, these little blocks. I might have to do the cutter, the trimmer. And I was thinking about hanging around a little bit more. I think Tanya comes on like at 2:30 Eastern. But if I'm going to hang around a little, I need to make a trip to the bathroom. And I don't have this is an idea. I could do a be right back. Cut out these blocks for a be right back. So if you can hang around, that would be great. I'd love for you to do that. But I'm going to take 2 or 3 minutes and run to. I've been drinking this. I just started drinking this electrolyte stuff. And I think it makes me have to use the facilities more. I don't know. Could be my just my imagination. All right, let's see. Let's do this. Should I do this real quick? No, I'm just gonna be right. Be right. Oh, I need 2 bees. Okay, I'll be right back. Just imagination. Oh, I see. It was just imagination. More better. That's more better. All right. Fabulous. Ah, that's so much better. Okay. Thank you for tolerating that little break. Let's see. Oh, I missed what you said, Laura, but I'm glad somebody was helpful. All right, let's see how this goes. See, I keep getting that little edge, which I guess it's not a bad thing. It's not going to be on all sides. If I do feel like if I do this part, that was, see, I cut off too much. The beauty of this is I can reprint. Oh, yeah, oh my, oh, Laura. Oh my. Look it. I'm ruining these. I can't do it. Gotta do the skizzers. Sorry. Now these are just random letters, but the one girl whose stuff I like, Amity Bloom, she just glues letters on random places. It looks so stinking cute. So stinking. I'll see, some of these I might not be able to use because I cut them wrong. Yeah, it's hard to, when you get to the place where it's like, oh my gosh, my kids are old. Well, he's not old, but you know what I mean. All right, so I'm thinking I'm going to need some lace and some, if I have any, these are really messed up. This B is okay. These I messed up. Yeah, I think those are all pretty much trash. Patty's asking, Lori, do you ever make journals in a book, like an altered book? Yes, I've done that, Patty. I don't know why. I mostly build them like this. I don't know. Who knows why? Who knows why? Um, but I've done altered books. I have a couple I have I have so many projects started. It's really not funny. It's really kind of sad. But I, yeah, I've got a couple of those started. You know, I think I nap more than I realize I nap. Oh my goodness. I mean, I just sometimes I feel like, what did you get done? Didn't get anything done today. It's not like it's a job, but it is kind of like a job, but gosh. Okay. Laura's got to take her little furry friends out for a break. Oh my gosh. I mean, I did a live one time. I guess at how many journals I had you girls guessing how many journals I had started. Well, one thing is like, okay, so my streams I think are a little different. And oh my gosh. I would prefer not to nap, but there are days where I just cannot keep my eyes open. But see, I'm not sleeping like I should either. You know, I'm staying up late to participate in other lives that are on all night long for me. It's not their fault, it's my fault. But I'm so freaking nosy and I enjoy it. So I stay up. And then, like the other day, I was up from 2 o'clock in the morning till, bedtime. I'm too old for that. I'm too old for that. Well, my mother would say, she would just take a 20-minute nap. Well, that doesn't work for me. I think I'm only going to take a 20-minute nap. I turn off the alarm and I sleep for 3 or 4 hours. Well, I didn't sleep that night. Not because I can't, it's because I don't. That's the difference. I just don't. Remember when I said I have issues? I have issues. I'm like a child. I'm like a child. So my younger sister said to myself and my other sister, were chatting the other day. What do you girls want for Christmas? Well, I have a list. I mean, I like what? Am I 10? I have a list. My middle sister said, I have no idea. Me and my younger sister were like, yeah, how many how many ideas do you want? It's like crazy. I'm such a child. Okay, here's some little tidbits. Let's just see. Yeah, some people are just not nappers, and I get that, but I let myself do it. I fight it. Some days I fight it. You keep a list for your family? Oh, that's nice. Look at this nice little piece. Now, wouldn't that be nice? Now, see, it's not much of a gather, but it's got a little bit of a gather, and I want that straight for right across there. I think that would be a beautiful first page. But I have to see where the threads are. I need a second pair of glasses on top of the glasses I'm already wearing so I can see the little threads. Now, when you have lace that you get and it's gathered, you may not like it. You can take this little fabric thing off. And if it's a long piece, I usually save it because it's great for in tags. But this piece is so small. Now, it's not all created equal either. Some of it is very hard and stiff, which is fine for a tag, but some of it is soft and really yummy. Now, I can't look at chat for a few minutes because these glasses are really for close-up stuff. I have 2 pairs of glasses on my face, okay? Yep, I'm a trendsetter. Now, sometimes, and I don't think I'm going to get lucky here, but sometimes if you get the right little piece of thread, you can pull it right out. And the whole thing comes out in one little yank. See, I'll sit for hours and do this because I don't like it. In most cases, I don't like it curly or gathered, ruffled, or however you want to say it. Usually, this kind of lace that I have found, anyway, is not, this crocheted looking lace. It's not usually gathered. This is just slightly. I'm sure there's a name for this little piece of netting on top of this, but I don't know what that is either. This is hard to see. Sometimes you can grab it. Where's my it's somewhere here. Pair of tweet. I don't know if I can get it. Sometimes you can just yank it. Nah, this isn't doing it. I don't have the right side. My dance is right after dinner right now for about 2 hours. I caretake my grandkids and pick them up from their bus stop. 6-year-old kindergarten, 4th grade preschool, and I have 2-year-old all day sweet. Yeah, for real. Oh, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. You get to see your grands that much. That's nice. That's like my youngest sister. She's very involved. Picks the grands up from their buses and such. It's her daughter's working. Son-in-law works. Now I'm on the lookout for, when I'm digging through my stuff, a piece of lace or something, because I painted on that one cover of that one sketchbook, and then I covered it with resin, but I didn't do the spine, so I need to cover that up. So I have to remember, I want something a little wider. Connie said, I have 2 grands on the West Coast and 2 more about 3 hours away. Oh, so your situation you're further than me. I'm only about an hour and 15 minutes away. But there's no, they're very busy. And there's no, no pop-ins. No pop-ins, no. Yeah, I would say most days, but you got to have days too, I would think, that you feel really weary and like, how long can I do this? Oh, Oh, I know this is taking time, but I really want this piece for that front page. This is what I'm talking about. I get something in my mind and I have to either figure it out or do it because another idea is just not going to work because I have my mind set on the idea I came up with. But really, sometimes if you grab that right stitch and I'm not getting it, I think the way this is sewn in, it's kind of like, I don't think it was done by hand, but usually it's like you pull the one end and just, and it goes. But I'm not getting that today. That's all right. I'll be happy with the end result. So to me, when you open up the journal, you want that first page to be really striking. Well, you want all the pages to look good, but oh, that first page, oh yes. So you want to look at the other pages. Maybe this was, no, that's not. Oh, there we go. That came out quite a bit. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look how pretty it is underneath. I love the top of this. Okay, let's see. We've only got a little bit more to go. Oh, goodness me. Okay, look at the top of this. Look how pretty that is. That was all hidden. See, now see how flat it got? That was all hidden underneath. So now I'm going to glue that down. I had a stiff neck a week or so ago. That's unusual. I haven't had one of those in a long time. All right, see now this I can iron, but it's all bent up. So let's just, this needs to be trimmed. And of course, my fabric scissors have gone MIA again. They must be in between some bits of fabric or not book pages. I had it on my desk. Maybe I picked them up and put them in a bag when I was quickly trying to clean up my mess on my desk. Now this is going to be a little fiddly because it, was bent for a while. And I don't want to get any glue here. So let's take a little piece of acetate, or a big piece. Err on the side of caution. I'm going to take my fabric glue. And probably it would do better if I put the glue on the lace. So just want it on this little ridge. And I want to hold that in place for a moment because I want it to be straight across the top of the page. Oh, you do? I ordered those once, Candy. Well, they were too lumpy. My husband really didn't like them. I probably would have given it a little more time, but now I'll trim these off eventually when I find my proper scissors. But for now, I'm just going to leave that. Now I'm probably going to put some kind of a word or something on this page too, but that's going to be basically my first page. Now we have all this to deal with. This is so fun for me, this decorating part. I just love this. I mean, I like putting the journals together, but I really enjoy decorating as well. Now, this is some of that paper that I printed on that linen Strathmore paper. So this is a lighter weight, but I think I might, they vellum and shape for, yeah, he wasn't having it. Now that certainly could be a pocket, but I might like to do something like that and then a pocket. Let's see. Now I've got to dig through some of the stuff we cut out. Something a little larger. That's an idea. Good job, Laura. Good job. So now I'm just fussing around. This is crooked, but now I can print more of this. But I'm just trying to see if I want it laid out something like that. See, I think I want to print this again. So I could be printing that while we're chatting. Now it won't have the coffee stain on it or the, all right, Etsy downloads. This is Vertical Papers. French Country. Yeah, I like this one. So it's page 2, print. And I need to go to custom. Put in page 2. Lovely. Oh, you know what? I want to go down here and I want to say, where's the default for the, fits to printable area. See, now there should be a setting here that says margins. Of course, now I'm not seeing it. Let's try this. All right, so that can print while I'm fussing around here. I'm kind of liking how that looks, but I think I want the wallpaper all behind. So this has to be trimmed. Get my little pen. I'm going to have to trim that off some more because I didn't get it quite right. Okay, so now I want to get this, and I want to ink these edges a little bit because they got a little, when I tore that, they show some white. To me, that just sticks out like a sore thumb. Sore thumb. So I'm going to take my vintage photo and a blending tool, cover my glue. While I'm thinking about it. Oh, I didn't come back. I'm still looking at my printer page. Where did you all go? I think you were seeing me. That still doesn't really cover it up too well, does it? Let's scrub it a little harder. Now, of course, when I go to do this, I could leave that open for a pocket or a tuck spot, which I might do. And this a full-blown pocket. Let's give this a little offset index. Some index. See, I don't want it all the way smushed up against my paper. All right, so they're going to be for that page. Now, I don't have any, this might look nice. I pulled out some of this. This I got in a roll at a thrift shop. This would make a nice pocket this way, I believe. And a fork and a knife. Oh, your napkin. Oh, thanks, honey. He's delivered me some food. Woohoo! That's a bigger pattern than the other one. Thank you, honey. I don't know. I don't know if I like it or not. Let's see. Anybody have an opinion? I'm having pizza. This looks better on this page, right? I keep hiding my mouse. You are a popular gal, Peggy. Look, I'm going to zip over here to my downloads again. Oh, I want this one. This one is page 3. Page 3 and 5. Let's do those. See, I still got the white border. I always think I have it. What did I say? 3 and 5? Now I'm fighting with my mouse. I thought maybe this would work in this book, but this is really kind of a different kind of a blue. So what does everybody think? Well, not everybody. Does anybody have an opinion on this layout? Should I leave it or should I not do the background? Paper. Patty thinks it looks nice. Okay. Thank you, Patty. And then I'm going to do a pocket on this side. A lot of times I just tear because I like it better than cutting. So now I got to get my edges off. Now I need a different kind of glue for this. Bye, Ange. And I don't need it that long. I just need it. I want it tucked down behind my little postcard pocket here. Where I should use some maybe I'll use this. This is when I start running out of space. How's everybody doing? You're all able to hang in there? So our friends that we play cards with on Sunday that live in Colorado are coming for a visit to Pennsylvania, so we get to see them I think Tuesday we're going to have breakfast. So that's exciting. Looking forward to that. I should probably put a piece of tape down the middle. Yeah, we don't usually do that, but that was their idea. I guess they're tight on time. So, them and another couple from, goodness, couldn't get the chair. Oh, really, Candy? Oh. A lot of times I just listen too because I'm always, if I don't have my hands busy, I fall asleep. Now, this should be interesting. I'm trying to cut my pizza. Then I'll be talking with my mouth full. I just need a little something. All right. Now, oh, that's nice, Roseanne. Oh, nice, Peggy. It's nice that your bestie and you have his remains the same for years. You know what I mean? I know, right, Kellyanne? I was just going to say, Kellyanne was here for a visit, so that was great. But I'm not going to, my other bestie, I get to see in a little bit. But then it's just, then it'll be over. I'll have to plan the next visit. My bestie from years ago, she's still a very dear friend, and I love her, but our interests are very different now. So it's cool that Peggy and her bestie have kind of stayed, good friends. You know what I mean? 50 years, that's just amazing. All right, now I want to get this down very nicely as I can get it down. Because with that square tape, there's no wiggle room. So I didn't get it quite straight there. Hopefully that's not going to be a problem. Sticking out a bit there. I'll have to try to trim that. Oh, stink. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to sneak up in here. Trim that off. So you have to be careful. I did what I didn't want to do. Now I got to try to fix it. Okay. That might need more of a trim. We'll see. Now this I want to glue here. And I'm just going to do the 3 sides so that can be a little tuck spot. So I glued here, here, and here. And I'm going to glue this. Oh, that dog. She must have. Hey, hi, Amy. She must have saw the neighbor. All right, so I'm going to put glue right along that edge because I don't want to see. I've got extra. I don't know if I can. I'm going to just do it this way. I didn't leave much glue there, did I? And then this edge. This is not the easiest to work on these pages when they're hinged this way, but I don't know that you want to decorate your pages before you hinge them, although I guess you could. I haven't tried that. I kind of like that. What if I decorate that? That could be a tab, like to turn the page. I'm kind of liking that. I might leave that. I might leave that and think. Yeah, my sisters and I are very close too, Candy. That's a wonderful thing, isn't it? Not everybody is fortunate to have that kind of relationship. We had a friend that was a family friend. We considered her like a sister. She's passed on, um, but she's like, you guys just don't understand how good you have it. Well, I think to some degree she was right. Peggy's got the best. Well, maybe not the best of both worlds. She's got both worlds. Is she crazy fun, Peggy, or just crazy? Just plain crazy. Oh, that's cool, Andy. That's cool. I think a lot of people now see this paper is kind of flimsy. A lot of times, people, I think, in your situation, the kids they don't get along. You're fortunate that you got along. It's a little stiffer. Let me see if I can ink this. How are you doing today, Amy? Just different. I'm hanging in there. No sense complaining, right? Nobody's going to listen. Roseanne said, I grew as the oldest of 7, one brother. One was a stepdad, and mom's most of the time made me strong. My sisters and I are close and have fun together, but they're 2,000 miles away. Oh. Yeah, I think of things like, oh, buy a place in France, go live there. Enjoy the scenery, or London or something like that. But I just couldn't leave my family, my sisters, and my kids, really. And even though I don't see my grandkids much, I don't think I want to be in a different country. I feel kind of rude eating in front of you. I need a little something. I just remembered I took my medicine earlier, and I'm supposed to eat when I take my medicine. Mama, shoo, hi. And I didn't do it. Let's see how this looks. Oh yeah, that'll work. That'll work. So this is just a pocket. I forgot I was going to stamp something on there. So I don't think it has to be heavy duty. No, I just have been feeling a little off, but I'm on a new medicine that's not quite um, working for me. So I see a new doctor tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. I really like this digital. No, I got a piece of this. Oh, there it is. I should have really put this on before I glued that down. Do, 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 do. Oh, my husband brought me a couple slices of pizza, so I'm nibbling on. But thank you. All right, let's see. I didn't cut that right. That's all right. I just want to put. See, this is what it does. That drives me crazy because it's just wasted glue, and I try to tamp it down now. I don't always remember. I do like this glue, though, especially when you're gluing fabric down. Of course, if you put the cap on, Lori, it doesn't do that. Got to zhuzh that right there. Oh, Mama Juju did a whole night. Okay. Joycey, you sent her something. That's nice. Send some Happy Meal. And then I'll trim this off. I have these little Bible verses here too. That's too big. I need a small one. It didn't start up far enough. Okay. All right, so I think that'll do. Now, I need an idea for here. That might just be a piece of fabric or something. Let's see. Oh, look at this. This is too blue. That might be too blue, huh? Maybe not. Or do you think it's too much lace? I think I need to put that there. I know, right, Peggy? How unusual. Of course, I'm on a lot longer, too. But as long as you guys are keeping me company for a little bit, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, what the heck? Oh, it's this way. I don't know what I was doing. I guess I'm doing it this way. I could fold that over if I do this. It's too much lace a thing. Well, that's a fair question. That is a very fair question. And Mama, I say no. What I'm trying to do is I'm thinking because that shows through the lace so much, if I kind of camouflage that, let's see. Camouflage it a little bit. It's still not as dark. I think it needs to be maybe darker. I need to find a scrap that's a little darker, I think. Maybe that. Let's see, that's not darker either. I'm getting a little too carried away, I think. But that's an idea. That's definitely an idea. So where do I have? Somewhere here I have a paper clip. I know I have paper clips here, but they're real little. Oh, I know what I can do. I could put I just want to clip that lace because I know myself that lace will get stuck with something else, and I'll be like, "What did I do with the lace?" I don't want that one. This is too big too, but for right now, this will suffice. All right. Oh, I clipped 2 pages, not one. Hello. Did that glue together? Heavens to Murgatroyd. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Bye, Roseanne. Okay, she's going to get her adult stuff done. And then necklaces. All right. So I think that is going to be good. I need something there. Okay, something there. Da, 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 da. Could put this here. Ooh. Aw, that would be good. That'll get trimmed off. Okay, now another blank page. Let's have a look at some of the, oh yeah, this. Now this has got the porch print thing on there, so I'm going to tear that off, but I think I want that straight at, well, this could be this way. Well, that would be easy, huh? That doesn't look bad. Okay. Let's see, where did that sound come from? This is what my brain does. It's crazy. You know, it just seems to be that way, though, doesn't it? I mean, all my paints have a lot of paints, and they're old. Had them for years. But I have very little blue. I have very little blue, very little yellow. It seems like every time I buy paints, I guess I don't have a list with me, and I just buy what I'm attracted to and not really what I need. Now, this is short, but maybe I'll just center that and not think about it. I think I want a stamp on this. Hi, Cynthia. It's afternoon now, I think. So good afternoon. Now, if I can find, let's put this back. Somewhere on my desk is a pin. Did I put the wrong, oh my goodness, I put the wrong card on that page. Look, there's my divot. What a nut. What a nut. This is why you should never have all this stuff on your desk. Kellyanne was probably screaming at me. You got the wrong card. Somewhere, there it is. I know I have a little pin. Yeah, right. 4 browns is a lot. I get that. I get that. All right. Now, I thought I was going to find the stamp I wanted, but I didn't. Because I was using it earlier. Oh, boy, it's getting hard to cut. Oh, there it is. It was just upside down. Mm-mm. Oh, oh. Whoop, that one got crooked. I just like to add a little. All right, let's bring this back down. Doesn't have to be a pocket, but it can be. So I'm just gonna glue on the three sides. Okay. Now I got all this stuff out to root through it and see what I might like. Hmm. Just trying some stuff out here, see what I like. This is a cute piece that might work in this project. Oh, thanks, Yushu. I'm just wondering if I want that dangle there or over here or maybe this. Like that. Hmm. Oh, that's a pretty piece. So all these little wonderful bits I got from Pearl Finds. Now this one's got a little bit of color on it. I think I want that one. Hmm. Oh, I've got two of those. That's nice. Look at this. It's kind of squished. Juju said, yes, I want to start doing the color combos, and I needed to swatch them to see if they match the bottles. Oh, the bottle lid. Mhm. All right, design team. Let me get your opinion. Heads up, everybody. These are our choices. Let's do it this way. Letter A. Be that. B could be that. C could be that. Okay, Cal. D. Just be one of these. Anybody have a preference? Cynthia likes A. Yeah, I like A too. Oh, poor Sharon. Sharon likes C. Deb's crafting room. Oh, C. Okay. A, B, C. I kind of like C myself. Hi, Linda. This is kind of a curly Q here. I think I kind of like that. Yeah, that's true, Cynthia. There's not too bad of a one in the bunch. I don't want to use this here because I don't want to cover up my flower paper over there. This was A. This was C. The thing I like better about A is that it's more in the color tone, I think, of the pages. This is really bright. I could really knock this back. I don't have any coffee dye mixed up right now, so maybe I'll go with A. Yeah, it does kind of match the flowers in the photo. That's a fair point. Fair point. And I could put a little button or something there eventually. All right, so on the fence. Maybe I'll knock the color back on that one and then come back to it. That's always an idea, right? Okay. All right, so I've got a writing page and then a blank page. So this is going to need some work here. Okay, let's ink this. Now, one thing I think I don't do is I don't leave a lot of writing space because I don't write in journals. Ideally, though, this is going to go live somewhere else, not here. So, well, that's oh, my Velcro. Look, this zhuzhed down and it's attaching itself to my ink pad. This needs to be replaced. Ah, still sticking. Huh. Wow. I haven't had that problem before. It's really sticking. Goodness. Now, just real faint. It's an oval shape and it's real faint. It's got lines on there. That's part of the digital. So I kind of like that. Let's see what else I have here. Well, I do have these words. Now, this is what we were saying earlier about trimming these off instead of all that frilly nonsense and fussy cutting that. Just doing a straight cut or rounding the edges, but it's hard when they're little like this. Although, if I'm looking at this really closely, I think I can get away with rounding those edges without them looking, a little too odd. I mean, I guess there are people that will fussy cut that, but not me. Not me. I'm trying to get close. I don't know if I like that. Well, that could go down here. What were my other words here? Imagine. Oh, that's a good word, huh? Well, would you imagine that? Imagine that. Well, I have smaller ones too. I just have these big ones at my desk because I wasn't going to fussy that one. I'm not fussy in that one. This one a little bit. My little ones are a little bit sharper too. But hey, Penny, nice to see you. Okay. Don't want that. I need an idea for up there, I think. Idea. I need an idea. Now, I did print out some of this other solid, well, they're not solids, the other paper designs with this kit. Maybe just a piece of this. Now you can, yeah, you guys can see it, right? You can see the little faint oval. I'm thinking about if I run this through, I have a couple different dyes, that will give me a fancy edge. Maybe something like that. A strip of that would be nice at the top. I'm kind of liking that. Again, it's white. It's not I don't think I'm going to use, well, I don't know. I hate to, here's the back of this. Sometimes I just scrunch this up with my ink pad blender. Just like to knock it back a little bit so it's just not in your face white. That would look cute with a little button in the center. So that, and then that, just leave that page and then maybe put a tab, maybe a fabric tab thing on this page, and that's all I do. I don't know why that looks like it bled so much there, but I like that. So then you just have to say, okay, let's just go for it. How's the Jersey? Where we are, it's just drizzly and dreary and windy. Now, other parts of Jersey may be getting hammered a little bit more. But so far, it's not too bad. Chilly. I haven't been outside, but yeah, probably chilly. All right, so let's do that. So that's a tuck spot now, I think. Oh, I did the top, so it'll tuck in like this. See, I'm busy talking. I'm not paying complete attention to what I'm doing. Always talking. Talk, 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 talk. A little talk, 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 talk. Okay. Good string is hanging. Now I'm going to go straight. I think I want to put a little button there. Let's see. I don't have a lot of little teeny tiny ones right here. Your little Bella needs a sweater. We have our sweaters ready to be used, but we haven't put one on her yet. Sometimes it's just because it's drizzling or whatever, too. I think I need a color. I don't want anything too big. Like I could cut the shank off of this one, but that's not too good. What do you have, Juju? 79 degrees, warm and sunny. It was a nice day here yesterday. I'm thinking, I know somewhere I might have to get out. You know, I've had these little tiny smaller buttons in this little milk jug here that I keep on my desk. But sometimes you use that down and then your choices are more limited. That button's busted. I got a busted button. I'm looking for something I can use to, oh, I know. Hold on. If I can get it out. Trying to do it one-handed is not always a good thing. So I think I need to go into my larger supply of buttons and pick out some smaller ones. I like to keep some smaller ones by my desk because I've got big jars of buttons. But I'm pretty sure I have some that color-wise would go better. Now see this button here? It will probably always live with me because see, he's just like silky soft and smooth. Okay, how's that for being a little over the top? Now there's a dark blue. Now that's got a shank to it, but it's real low. It's not high up. I think I'd have a hard time stitching that on. I'm breaking in new slippers. And the left foot is great. My right foot is so sore. Oh, wait, this is bigger. But see, that's a better color. Look at that. It's a little more minty than blue. And that's really bigger than I wanted. But I might just do that. They're mostly white in here. Boy, that one's not only got thread, it's got fabric attached. All right, so I think I'm gonna see what am I missing. Your lucky dog, Juju, where you live, Laura says. I know it must be in the South. Yes, she's got a cool accent. I know, I don't know how to pick a favorite season because I really enjoy something about all of them. Really. So I think I'm going to stitch this on. Well, you know what, to be honest, I think I'm going to look for a smaller one. Smaller button. Now this is a cute one too, but there's no contrast, you know? That's got a little bit of a shimmery kind of a mother of pearl look to it. Look, here's a little tiny one though. I wonder how this is a size I'm thinking. I don't think I have anything blue green in this size though. but I could look. I could look. So I'm going to go reheat my pizza. So I think that's all I'm going to work on, at least on camera today. I'm disappointed I didn't leave that open there. See, I'm not paying attention. So this will be a little side pocket. I've lost control. Shocker. See, it'll just be like that. That's all right. So I didn't get too many pages done, but I did build the book. So that's something, right? So I took single pages from a digital called French Country Cottage from My Porch Prints on Etsy. Okay. And it's not going to be a huge journal. It's not, it's just one signature. Well, you don't even call it a signature, I guess, because these pages are just tabbed together. That's going to go there. Excuse me. And then I'm going to do I got to dig through some fabric and do some kind of little cloth tab on that page. And then I'll just continue to work through. Oh, see, look. This is not good. Boop. Had a little spillage there, I guess, from my tab. Very pretty digital. Got a lot of pretty pages. All right, and then I'll have to figure out the cover, front and back. All right. So thanks for coming in. Oh, thanks, Peggy. Peggy had a couple of conversations going on. She's a busy girl. That's fine. We're all busy. All right. Thanks for hanging in there, though. I appreciate that. And it was nice to see you all. And I think this will turn out pretty cute. So you've got a little bit of overage there because I glued my paper on a little crooked. But there's usually a fix for everything, right? So I'm just going to have to go in there and trim that a little bit. Now, this is just the inside. This isn't my cover. So I'm going to look for that other paper. I think it's Market and 49 a Market. I think the colors will go with this. And that's heavier cardstock paper. So I might be able to use something for a cover. I'll dig that out in a little bit. And then I just have to figure out picking out things and stuffing them in. And I can pull from other parts of my craft room, not just from the digital, to add some other little things in. Like I've got a milk bottle here, milk bottle cap here. So that might look cute somewhere, So, you know how to do it. I was just fussing. Something I wanted to do with this printout that I found in a zipper pouch that I had in my room. So there you go. Enjoy the rest of your day. I know there are other things coming on. Usually Tanya comes on a little later, 2:30 Eastern on Sundays. And then Murray usually comes on Sunday evenings. And there's probably a couple other people too that I'm not remembering. So don't forget, take time to be creative, enjoy the journey. And until I see you next time, be good to yourself and I'll see you. Bye-bye for now.